What's going on, guys? CardMechanic here, and today I'm going to be teaching you a very basic trick that you can do using a double-faced card. Let's do it. Alright, now check this out. Let's say we have two spectators. I'll hand the deck over to the first spectator, ask them to cut about a fourth or the third of the way into the deck, turn the entire packet over, put it on top of the deck, cut about halfway into the deck, turn that entire packet over, and put it onto the deck. And then we'll make the first face down card the spectator's card. And we'll put the rest of the cards into the deck. Now take a look and remember that card. Boom, that's the first card. And we'll repeat the same process with the second spectator. Boom, and boom. Now of course, it's important to emphasize that these are completely free cuts. And the spectator has, the free will to cut anywhere they want. So here we go. We take the second card, belongs to that spectator, the rest of the cards into the deck. Okay, so that's the first card, that's the first card, and that's the second card. Now we'll spread open the deck, have the first spectator put their card somewhere near the top, continue spreading, and then we'll have the second spectator put their card somewhere towards the center. So as you can clearly see, the spectator's cards are going somewhere randomly into the deck, and then from here we'll just push them both in. Okay, nothing too crazy. Now here's where the magic's gonna happen. I'm gonna ask one of the spectators to name their card. Alright, if I just snap my fingers, let's just say they said Queen of Spades. We'll see that the Queen of Spades is face up in the center of the deck. Right, and of course that's only one of the cards. So only, of course, one spectator should be impressed, right? Now this is where it's gonna get even crazier. Give the deck a few cuts. And now check it out. If we just spread through the cards again, we'll now see the second spectator's card, the Nine of Hearts, has also revealed itself. Okay, so this trick is known as Double Reverse by Milt Larsen, and it is a great trick using a double-faced card, and you can definitely get some amazing reactions if performed correctly. Now, of course, getting into the trick, you're going to need a double-faced card. You can buy a whole pack of them on like Amazon or, pretty much in any magic store. I just realized people say magic stores, but I have never been to a single magic store in my life, and I don't know where any of them are. So maybe Amazon. Maybe just stick with Amazon or something. So anyway, and if you don't want to do that, just use a regular deck of cards, get some tape, a double-sided tape, tape them together, and you'll be good to go. So now we have a double-faced card. Now what do? We take the double-faced card, put it second from the bottom. And this is the Queen of Spades and the Nine of Hearts. So I'm going to put that second from the bottom, and I want to pull out the Queen of Spades and, that is the second from the bottom card. Jeez. We're going to pull out the, let me see if I can actually find it now. Queen of Spades and the Nine of Hearts. So we're going to take these two cards, and we have to force these two cards on the spectator. Now in the video, I did the force where I cut a bit into the deck, turn that face over, cut a bit deeper, turn that face over, and then you'll see the top card, the top of the deck is literally right here. So I just repeated that same process twice. If you want to use a better force, which I highly recommend to get a more effective performance, you can do that as well. But for now, I want to keep this as basic as possible and let you run wild with your performance. So now that we're all set up, we have the two cards that we want to force on top, and we have the double-faced card second from the bottom. Right, so now that we have that, we're going to take the deck and pass it over to the spectator. So let's say we have two spectators here. We're going to tell the spectator, cut about a third of the way into the deck. Boom, they do that. Flip it over, put it on top of the deck. Boom, that happens. Cut deeper, flip that over, put it on top of the deck. And of course, like I mentioned before, since the two cards they want to force are on top of the deck, that's what the spectator is going to pick. So boom, here we have the Nine of Hearts. Now I repeat the same process. Take this top pile that's up here, and I put that in the center of the deck, and tell a second spectator to do what the first spectator just did. So again, take some cards, flip it over, go a bit deeper, take cards, flip it over, and the second spectator will now pick the Queen of Spades. Now of course I can just take this packet and leave it on top of the deck, but that would seem inconsistent. So in order to make it more effective, I repeat the same process. I put it somewhere in the center of the deck. So now each of the spectators have their cards. I turn to the first spectator, I spread out, let's say a top third of the deck, ask the spectator to put their card in, and leave it protruding a little bit. This way they can push it in themselves later on. So I ask the first spectator to do that. I spread further, ask the second spectator, boom, put it right in there. Make sure you do not spread all the way down here because of course you have your double face card and that would suck. So boom, you're here and here. Now you can even do this, show it face up to the spectator and have them then push their card into the deck. This way they would feel better and they would feel like they are in control, when in reality, you are obviously in control and they will never be in control. Make sure you know that. So anyway, once that is done, you want to give the deck a cut, bringing the double face card towards the center of the deck, and then you can give it like a magic wave, a magic shake, then magic wave, magic snap, whatever you want to do, some kind of magical move, and then spread out the cards to show one of the spectators' cards revealed. Now, I think the best way to actually do this would be to, first, of course, you have to memorize which card is, facing the reverse direction in the deck. So in this case, it would be 9 of hearts. So when you're putting the cards into the deck, when you're arranging up the deck, make sure you know which card is face up while the rest of the cards are face down. So you know it's 9 of hearts. So you tell the spectators to reveal their cards to you. Let's say Queen of Spades, this one is 9 of hearts. So you tell the spectators. So first I'll be revealing the 9 of hearts. So then you do your cut. I already moved it, right? Yeah. Then you do your cut, give it a shake or whatever you want to do. You do this and be like, there is the 9 of hearts. And now of course the spectator's mind is blown. So you pull that right out. And then you're like, okay. So I like to act a bit like dumb in this trick where I'm like, the other card should have revealed itself also, but that didn't really happen. So I'll do this. I'll take the cards, right? Let me just put this back into the deck. And yeah, of course, one thing, when you're doing this spread, make sure these, as you can see here, I made a mistake here. These 9 of hearts are right next to each other. You want to make sure that they do not appear, close to each other. And instead of just doing what I did, after you do this, pull the 9 of hearts out, you might want to just turn this deck over and then put the 9 of hearts right in there and just do like a quick thing like this. So they see the 9 of hearts going in face up, and boom, you close that in there. Now, one more tip, you make sure that when you're showing the spectator this 9 of hearts, when you show it to them, you don't want them to peek or get a glimpse of the back, because clearly the back is the Queen of Spades, right? So now that's pushed in there, boom. You can even let the spectator push that in, give it a magic shake, spread it out, and then they see the Queen of Spades has now revealed itself, and their mind is blown. Now, of course, once you're done with this trick, you want to get rid of this double face card, and there may not be any easy way of doing it. So I think the best way of probably doing it is taking this deck, putting the card right on top with the deck face up, putting it right on top, putting it back into the box, and then if the spectator says they want to see another trick, you'd be like, oh, sorry about that, I completely forgot. And you can pretty much ditch the double face card in there, right? And then when you pull it out, the double face card is, can you even see that? Double face card is in there, and you have the rest of the deck completely ungimmicked, and you are good to go. So that pretty much wraps up this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and as always, thank you so much for watching. Make sure to go support me on my Patreon page to get some really cool perks and really great content. So I'll put the link to that in the description, and also in the description I have the link to all my social media pages, so make sure to go check those out as well for all my status updates. And all that being said, I will see you in the next video. Welcome to the end screen. If you liked the video, make sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe, because subscribing is good. Thanks for watching.